Let's jump to this story about Joe Biden. This is from the Daily Mail. Quote, I don't understand why I'm still sitting here. My bags are packed. Devastated Paul Whelan breaks his silence from Russian penal colony as his brother slams his catastrophic exclusion from Brittany Griner prison swap. I'm ready to go home. Let me show you the truth. Jordan Schachtel says NBC News, a known state propaganda outlet, is participating in the cover-up operation. First edition versus stealth edited. In the original archive, it says, but the officials said Russia has treated Whelan differently because he is an accused spy, and that the Kremlin gave the White House the choice of either Griner or Whelan or none. They edited it to say they gave the White House the choice of either Griner or no one after different options were proposed. Because the reality is Joe Biden had a choice. This former U.S. Marine or a WNBA star. No, the WNBA star hates America as much as he does and is part of the cult. So this is what Joe Biden chooses to do. Your values as an American who believes in people sacrificing for the greater good are not held by these people. And these are the people that have near just absolute raw power in this country through ballot harvesting or otherwise. They control the institutions, and they are I view these people as a parasitic cult that is suckling the blood from this country and gutting it, ripping it to shreds.
Yeah. There was another aspect to this prisoner swap deal that a lot of people are missing, and that was the involvement of the Saudi empire. Saudi Arabia, that, by the way, the United States just declared immune for the Khashoggi killing. They literally cited Biden's administration's executive powers and stopped any further investigations and legal responsibility for the killing of Khashoggi with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, the country that negotiated this larger prisoner swap, with many people now speculating that this was a part of the deal of the United States getting Brittany Griner back to the United States. And it absolutely does make sense because, as we know, Biden was trying to do this before the midterm elections in order to try to get political favors, in order to look good to his base. He wasn't able to achieve that. This Saudi Arabian development does make sense now. And it wasn't just this former U.S. vet that was screwed over here, but it was also the family of Khashoggi, who also was connected to intelligence agencies as well, that was screwed over here as well. So it's like, I
mean, Biden, it's kind of a smart move in my opinion, over Whelan. I dislike it. But you saw Micah Parsons on Twitter get absolutely roasted for saying, why is Griner coming home? And he's an athlete, famous athlete. Why is Griner coming home when we have a veteran overseas? And he got blasted by the mob, the Twitter mob. So Biden knows who's paying attention to him, you know?
I just don't view the leftists like the way I described it several months ago was, I don't care what they think. It's like asking me what the people of France think about my opinions. Like, well, we're not France. You know, I don't view them. And this is not a thing where I'm trying to say this because I'm mad at this group of people or I don't like them. I genuinely don't think since the pandemic, when Biden came out and said, we're going to lock down, and I'm like, but red states aren't locking down. I went, oh man, we're two different countries. That's just it. The left and right both agree. We are two different countries. But a lot of people on the right don't seem to get it. They keep saying our democracy, and people are like, we don't live in a democracy. It's a constitution. No, bro, they're saying they have a democracy you aren't a part of. So we got to do something.
But it's not a democracy. They say it's a democracy, but it's an oligarchy. They're running it at the top behind the scenes. It's administrators and politicians and bankers and
bureaucracy.
Stuff. That's a good word.
Bureaucracy. I don't think bureaucracy really gets to the element of the economic function of it, though. That's why I say bureaucracy. Because it's like bureaucracy just implies there's like a system of paperwork and you know, bureaucrats running things. But it's also the system itself of who gets access to resources is, you know, the economic functions of it. It's not just oligarchy. It's I guess you can just call it classical communism, right? Like Chinese communist style. That's what it is. I think they're losing, you know, so I'm chill. The exposure that we're getting out of the Twitter file stuff, that seeing what they're doing behind the scenes and what the FBI's been doing, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, they're going to lose. They can't maintain this. But I think what helps is people realizing that you don't share a system with them.